My screen visible, right?
Yes, good. It's good.
Okay, fine. See, till yesterday, what we have done, we have created application server profile, we have created dmgr profile, and we have federated this application server profile node with the dmgr cell, correct? So today, what we are going to learn, we'll create new app server profile and federate with the dmgr, and we'll see how to create or how to create new servers. Okay, these two concepts we are going to see in today's class. Okay, for that, okay, first what I'll do, okay, I'll create new application server profile. Can someone help me, or can someone navigate me the steps how to create application server profile? Anyone? Okay, you can unmute yourself and you can navigate me so that I can go based upon your instructions and I can create the profile.
Go to our last road.
Okay,
After that, we will go to we will go to
okay,
then, then we will go to profile manager.
okay,
Here we will open the PMT file.
okay, fine. See, we need to go to vasroot bin. Vasroot bin. There you can see a directory called profile management, and we have to run this as an administrator. Which file? pmt.bat file. See, from next class onwards, I'll take random names. Okay, so those guys need to be given the answer. I'll expect the answer from that guy only. I'll take randomly. I'll not give any chance to pick from your side. I'll give randomly. Okay. So once the profile management tool kit has been opened, you can select launch profile management tool option. So here already you have two profiles available. I'm going to create one more profile called application server profile. For that, you have to select create option. Okay, and you need to select which profile you need to create. My requirement is to create application server profile, correct? So that's why I'm selecting application server profile option. So once I selected application server profile, click on next. Okay, click on allow access. Okay, so you can select the first option, typical profile creation. Click on next. Disable this administrative security. Click on next. Okay, now you got the profile summary, and this ports has been assigned, and you can see the administrative console port for this profile is 9095. So and secure port is 9093, and you can see the HTTP transport port is 9094, and HTTPS transport port is 9473. Okay, so click on create. when you install the first time, when you create the first time, for the first time when you're creating the profile, what are all the ports assigned? That ports are the default ports. Okay, the default port for your administrative console HTTP port is 9060, and default port to access your administrative console by using secure call is 9043. Default ports. These are the default ports. And when you create a for the first time when you create a profile, okay, and to access your application on HTTP call and the default port is 9080. Like the same way to access the application using HTTPS call is 9443. These are all the default ports. And Bootstrap port is 2809, and SOAP connector port number for the dmgr profile is 8879 is the default port. Okay, click on finish. Click on finish. So now my profile has been created successfully. So even I'll go to the logs and I'll take the confirmation by seeing the log file. See the log file. Sorry, go back and see the log file call app server to create dot log file. Open it. Come down. See, I can see a message called inst conf success. Okay, so go back to your profile home. Profile home, here you can see now two profiles, two application server profiles were available, and one dmgr you can see. Okay, so let me open the paint 1 second. I'll show you the architecture. So this is your WebSphere instance. On the top you have created one dmgr profile, and you have created one application server profile. Today you have created one more application server profile, correct? So this is your dmgr and this is your application server profile. The profile name is, okay, so this is the profile name, right? Okay, see, yesterday what we have done, we have federated this application server profile with this dmgr, correct? So what is meant by federation? It is a process of adding application server profile node to the dmgr cell, correct? We are adding this application server profile node with the dmgr cell. So at the time of federation, a process called node agent will be created, correct? So node agent, where it will create, this node agent will be created in this profile. The node agent will be created under application server profile. From where you are adding your node, in that profile, your node agent will get created. Okay, in the similar lines, I'm going to federate this application server to profile which we have created to the dmgr cell. The process will be the same. There is no difference in the process. Before that, I'll show you some difference. There is no Java process. Some Java process were running. I have killed it. Let me start freshly. First I'm going to start my dmgr. I'll go to the dmgr bin. I'll copy this path. I'll open command prompt. I'll use run as administrator. Okay. Now I am on dmgr bin path. There I'm using a command called start manager.bat to start my dmgr. Like in the similar lines, I'm going to start my application server one profile node also. Sorry. See, I'm starting my node agent. I'm starting my node agent. In which path? In application server bin, I'm starting my node agent. When if your node agent is in started state, whenever your node agent is running, in that scenario only you can see the status of your server in your dmgr console. I'll show you practically. If you bring down this node agent in your dmgr console, you can't see the status of your jvm. Why? Because as I said, when you do the federation, the node agent will get created, right? That node agent will establish communication between your application server profile and the dmgr profile, correct? If your node agent itself will down, that means the layer between these two will get down. Who will communicate that? The communication will get down, right? So in that case, you can't see the status of your server which belongs to your application server profile in the dmgr console. That means, see, simple ఏంటంటే మన డిఎంజిఆర్కి అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్ ప్రొఫైల్కి సో కమ్యూనికేషన్ దేంట్లో జరుగుతుంది? నోడ్ ఏజెంట్ ద్వారా కదా. ఆ నోడ్ ఏజెంట్ డౌన్ అయినప్పుడు మీకు డిఎంజిఆర్లో ఏ సర్వీసెస్ రన్ ఉంది, అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్లో ఏ సర్వీసెస్ రన్ ఉంది ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? దెర్ విల్ నాట్ బి ద కమ్యూనికేషన్, రైట్? ఎవరికి కమ్యూనికేషన్ తెలియదు కదా. సో బిట్వీన్ ద టూ ఆ కమ్యూనికేషన్ బ్రిడ్జ్ అనేది బ్రేక్ అయ్యింది. సో సో దాట్ వే విల్ సీ ఇట్ ప్రాక్టికలీ. Okay, my DMGR has been started now. Let me try to access. You go to servers, server types, click on the WebSphere application servers. Now you can see the status of your server one is in down state. Correct? If for example, if for example, my node agent, my node agent, if it is in down state, that means I'll bring down. So what I'll do, I'll bring down from using console. For that, I'm going inside system administration. Click on node agents. Node agent. See, I have one node agent which is running on this node is in green state. That means it is in running state. I'm going to stop that. So now it is in stop state. If you go back to the servers and if you can see the status of this server, it is showing as question mark. It is showing as unavailable. But in the back end, your server is in stop stage, or if it is in running state, you can't see it from here, but it may be in running or it may be in shutdown. That this dmgr profile don't know. Why? Because your node agent is in down state. So that's why dmgr can't get the status of your server by connecting to your application server profile. So how it will connect? By using the node agent, right? That service itself is in down state. In that case, it won't connect. It won't check the status, and that doesn't know the status. So here, if you can start it again, if you are starting the node agent again, you can see the status of your server. So here from this console you can't stop. You have an option only to stop. If it is running, you can restart. But if it is in stop state, you have to manually run the command to start it. And the command is stop node dot bat command. You have to manually run. So once this node agent has been brought up, then you can see the status of your servers. If you have 10 servers, you can see the all 10 server status. Okay, any questions up to now? If all good, we'll move on to the federation. So we will federate node 2, so which we have created today. That means profile 2, which we have created today, that we will federate to the same dmgr. Then we will see the changes in the console. What else we can see and what are the additions we are going to see, that we will observe after the federation. Okay, see now my node agent has been brought up. You can refresh it here. You can see green and you can see the server status. You can see the server is in stop state. If you want to start it from here console, you can check this checkbox and click on start. It will get started. So meanwhile it will get start. Okay, no problem. We will do the federation of my second node. So as per this diagram, this application server 2 profile we are going to federate with the dmgr cell. Okay, before for that, what I'll do, I'll go to this server. I'll go to this about this profile and I'll take the node name. For my reference purpose, I'll take the node name. Okay, and okay, no worries. And for one profile also, I'll take the node name. Let it be very clear. Okay. So now to perform federation, okay, where you need to run the command means you have to go to this profile, the profile which you are going to federate. You have to go to that profile bin directory. You have to go to that profile bin directory, copy that and open a command prompt. Okay, click select run as administration. Okay, go to that path and in this path, see where I am on now. I am on application server 2 profile bin. There I'm I'm calling a bat file called add node.bat file, and next I'm giving the host name or IP address of my dmgr server where my dmgr profile has been created. I'm giving that IP address or I'm giving that domain name or host name. Okay, then I need to give soap connector port number of my dmgr. For that, I'll to check that soap connector port number. I'm going inside dmgr logs about this profile. Sorry guys. Okay, I'll see the port number is 8905 soap connector port number of my dmgr. Correct, right? 8905. Okay, 8905. And I'll use one more argument called include apps. Okay, and I'll give enter. See, one thing you have to remember, whenever you are doing the federation, your dmgr server should be up on running. Your dmgr should be running. You should be in a running state. Why? Because whenever your dmgr is in running, that means your soap connector port number will be in a listening mode. If that server is running, then only the port will be in listening mode. So when you are doing the federation, this federation process will try to connect to that port soap connector port number. If that port number is connected, then only the federation process will start in the backend. So whenever your dmgr is in down state, in that case, this job will not get executed. Okay, you should remember that. See here, I got successfully connected to the deployment manager, and I got the host name and I got the soap connector port number for which it has been connected. So if you give the wrong details also, it will say that connection failed with the dmgr, like that you will get an error message. And as I said, it will read the configurations, existing configuration in this profile, and it found only one server will be available, that is called server 1. See now application server profile 2, if you create also, you will get a same server called server 1, default server. Okay, when you open your console after this federation, you can see one more server 1 here. Okay, and this server 1 belongs to which profile? How you will get to know? By seeing the node name. by seeing the node name. If you have different servers, for all the different servers, you'll get the different server names. Even that case, you can check it. But all these profiles, all these servers are on the same laptop, so that's why it is giving the same host name. But you should always remember these node names. By seeing the node name, you can get to know this server belongs to which node and which profile. So server one, it is stopping the services. Okay. So services were in not running state, so that's why it got completed successfully. Then it is taking the old deleting the old backups, and it is trying to create the new backups. So once backups has been completed, so it will start adding the node, and it will create the node agent as I explained earlier in yesterday's class. Once it has been created the node agent, then it will start the node agent, then it will do the synchronization between these two profiles. It will sync, then it will do the federation. Then you will get a successful message that your federation has been completed with that node. Like that, you will get successful message. So this is the same process which we have explained in detail yesterday. So but simply what we are doing, we are adding one more profile to the same dmgr profile. Hmm, okay, see here, the node 13 has been successfully federated with the same dmgr cell. You can see the dmgr cell name. So now what you need to do, you need to just log out and log into the admin console and see the difference. See now, see now I can see two server. This server one belongs to node 12 profile. So node 12 profile belongs to which profile? This node, this node name node 12 belongs to application server one profile. At the same time, node 13 belongs to application server 2 profile. Now what you can do? Now you can administrate two application server profiles with with single dmgr console. With this console, you are doing administrative activities on two profiles. So in that way, you are going to achieve one single point of administration. So even if you can click on system administration, and if you see the node agents, here also you can see two node agents. One node agent will be created for this, and another node agent will be created for this on this server, on this profile. So both node agents you can see here. But how you will get this node belongs to which server or which profile? By seeing the node name. By seeing the node name. This is how you can federate multiple application server profiles with a single dmgr. Any doubts up to now? Any doubts? Okay, fine. So what next? Okay, we are going to, if we are all good, we will see. Let me start this also. So as per today's agenda, we have cleared this point, this first point. So we have created new application server profile and we have federated with the dmgr, and we got to know how to do that. And I'll give one more task to you. Create one more application server profile and federate. That you can create the third profile also, and you can federate and try the same process. Okay, and share the results to me. If you have any issues, you just let me know. So we'll move on to the next concept, how to create new servers. So as of now we haven't created any server. So these two servers which will come as a prerequisite when you create your profiles. We got in that similar way, right? So we haven't created this server from our end. So by default, when you create application server profile, you will get this server. Correct? This both belongs to two application server profiles. That's why you got two servers. So if you want to create your own servers, how you can create means the same process. You can go expand servers, select server types, go to the WebSphere application servers. There you can see an option called new. Click on new option. Once you click on new option, you can get multiple options here you need to select. The first option which you need to select is select node. Select node means, so as of now your dmgr is federated with these two profiles, two application server profiles, right? So you can create servers on either of these profiles. If you want to create on this application server one profile, you can. If you want to create, you can create. If you want to create new servers on this application server two profiles, you can create it, but you can't create any server in this dmgr. With the help of the dmgr, you can create servers. Where you are going to create servers, you can create the servers on this profile, or either on this profile. If you want to create the server on this profile, on application server one profile, how you can create means, you have to select the node. You have to select the node on which you want to create your server. If I want to create the server on application server one profile, I need to select the node belongs to this profile. So that's why if you can expand this, you can see two nodes, node 12 and node 13. Node 12 belongs to which profile? Application server one profile, right? And node 2 belongs to the, sorry, node 13 belongs to application server 2 profile. Now I am going to create a server on application server one profile. That's why I'm selecting node 12. Node 12. So you can give your own name. I'm giving as app server 01. Otherwise I'll give profile 1. Okay, I'll give the server name as profile 1. Click on next. Okay, and select the same option default. Let it go default. Click on next, and you have to enable this checkbox to generate unique ports. Okay, if you enable this option, this while creating the server, it will check the ports and it will assign the unique ports. So always unique port should be assigned to each and every server. Otherwise, you will get port conflict. You can't run multiple services on single port. If you are running one service called A associated with one port, you can't run service B on the same port. The ports should be unique. You can't run multiple services on a single port. For each and every service, it required unique port. So that's why you have to select unique ports. Click on next. Click on finish. Click on finish. So your server prof1 has been created. Where it has been created, I created on top of this node. Okay, and it is in down state. Once you created, you have to, it is asking to save the changes. Always you have to click on review, click on synchronize changes with the node. This I'll explain you when I'm going to explain you the synchronization concept. Click on save. Okay, if everything done, you will get in the last synchronization has been completed. Click on OK. So again click on new. So select 13 node and give the server name as prof2. Click on next. Default unique ports, finish. It's very easy to generate the servers. It's very easy to create the servers. So fatafat, not even 20 seconds it will take time to create the server. See, fatafat ho gaya. Okay, so if you want to start, you can click on it, these two, and click on start. So now Like how you have server 1, server 2, you have prof 1 is one server, prof 2 is another server. That means profile 1. This will be on node 12. That means this server you can find it in application server 01 profile. We'll see that. We'll see what are the profiles existing on, what are the servers existing on each profile we can see. We'll see it. So after this JVMs has been brought up, we can see that. To see that, you can go to the profile bin. You just go to the profile home bin. Okay, now I am on application server 01 profile bin where I am checking the status, server status. I'll give hyphen all. So this will give you all the servers available under this profile and its status. See, it is looking for the configuration and this found that three servers were available. One is node agent and another one is prof one and another one is server one. Okay, so before creation of the JVMs, okay, you can see only node agent and server one. Now we have created it. So created a new server. See the changes here. So where you have created this server by using dmgr console, correct? By using dmgr console, you have created the server. But where the server has been created? This server has been created on this profile. Okay, see, all three were started. See this, from henceforth I'll call this profile one and server one as JVMs, Java Virtual Missions. Java Virtual Machine. In the real time, everyone will call it as a Java Virtual Missions, JVMs only. So this is one JVM and this is another JVM. You can call it server as the same, JVM as the same. No difference. But in the real time terminology, people will call it as a JVM, Java Virtual Machines. So prof one is one JVM and server one is another JVM. So and node agent is a service. I'm not calling node agent as a JVM. It is a process or it is a server, it is a service, all everything same. Okay, I'll check on the server 2 profile also. On application server 2 profile also, I'm looking the server status. So we'll see what are all the servers available in this profile and we'll see its status. Okay, see this in this application server 2 profiles. In this application server 2 profile, you will have one server called node agent and you will have profile 2 one JVM and you will have server 1 on JVM. You'll have we'll have three JVMs or we'll have three servers available in this profile. Okay, one is node agent, another one is profile prof 2, another one is server 1. So everything, all three were in running state. Okay, you can start and stop the JVMs from here, or you can start and stop the JVMs from using command line also. Both are same. You can stop it from here also by using a command called stop server.bat, and you can give server name prof hyphen 2. You have to input argument as a JVM name to start and stop. Okay, any questions up to now? Have you guys like crystal clear everything? Like if you have any doubt, ask me.
I'm clear, Gautam.
Okay.
Yeah, Gautam, right now you have created two servers, right? Like profile one and profile two. It is
Yes, yes.
already federated to DMGR. How?
No, it is already, see, we have federated it, right? It is not federated already. So yesterday I have federated this application server profile one, and today I have created this profile and I have federated it in front of your guys, in front of you guys.
Yeah, yeah, correct, Gautam. I'm asking about right now you have created in dmgr new profile 1 and profile 2. I'm talking about that one, so that servers.
No, no, I am not getting actually. You can ask me again.
Gautam, right now we have created a profile 1 and profile 2, right?
No, 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 no. Today I have created only profile 2,
No,
application server profile
yeah,
2.
Gautam is asking servers, not profiles.
I'm
Yes,
asking
You're
about
Gautam.
asking
He's
servers.
asking about JVM.
servers, okay, okay.
Servers.
Okay. See,
We
that's
have
why
given
I
name.
asked you to call JVMs.
Yeah, yeah,
So
JVM.
to remove this
JVM
this,
1 and
this
JVM
confusion.
2.
See, you have to say the name, na? Prof one and prof two.
Prof 1 and prof 2. So I told like that.
Okay. Now you can ask the question. We have created, yes, we have created now.
Yeah, that is already federated or how it also automatically federated or not. I need have doubt.
Okay. See, understood, understood. See, federation you will do across the profiles, not across the JVMs. You should be very clear. You are
Okay.
federating the profiles, not the servers or not the JVMs. Entire this profile, entire this application server profile, you are federated with the dmgr. Then only it allowed you to create a new JVMs.
Okay.
Otherwise, before federation, you can see this new option is not enabled.
Yes, yes, yes. I observed.
Okay. So federation will be performed across the profiles. Okay.
Yeah, okay, understood that.
Sorry, I couldn't understand your question. So that's why, no worry. Sorry for that.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions? Any other guys? See, I have stopped it by using the same command stop server.bat, and I have passed an argument. I have passed JVM name as an argument. So I have stopped it, and you can start it also by using the by using the command called start server.bat. I'll show you one more thing. So I'll bring down my both node agents. I'll bring down my both node agents and we'll see. Okay, now my server also started. Let me show you. Refresh it. Okay, I have given. Okay, I have stopped the node agent on application server profile 01. So that's why the servers which are all belongs to application server 01 profile showing as unavailable. So I have started prof 2. It is started now. So what I'll do, I'll bring down the node agent on that profile also. Which profile it is? Application server 2 profile. I'm going to stop the node agent. Okay. So now on both the profiles, I have stopped the node agent. I have stopped the node agent on both the profiles. Okay. In the console, I can't see the status of my JVMs. Even in this case also, in the background, in the server, in these profiles, all these JVMs were on running state only. If your node agent went down, in the sense, it won't impact your server behavior, server status. That means if you bring down your node agent also, your servers or your JVMs were still running. It won't impact it won't impact status of your JVMs. If you bring down the node agent, it won't do it won't stop your JVMs. It will not impact your JVMs. It will be still running. So even if you bring down your node agents, you can see the server status. If you can see the server status, it will be showing as running only. So that what I'm trying to say here, if your node agent went down also, there will not be any impact to your JVMs. I want to prove that point. So that's why I'm showing practically. Okay. And one more point I am going to give, when we deploy the application, when we run the application, even if your node agent went down also, your application will not get hampered. Your application will be working only. It won't create any problem to your application. So interview questions, these two. So that's why I'm saying you again and again. Most of the interviews they'll ask the question. If your node agent went down, will there be any impact to your application or your servers? You have to say there won't be any impact to your applications and the servers, because this node agent service is only useful to establish communication between the federated nodes and the dmgr cell. That's it. We won't see the status of the JVMs on the dmgr console, but if you can see the status of the JVMs in the backend servers, it will be in running state. So you have to answer in such a way so that interviewer can be satisfied with your answers. See, if interviewer has asked the question, you have to give lengthy answer to them. You can't give sweet and cut small and cut answers like that. No, yes, please avoid such answers. You have to give the detailed answers to the interviewer. You have to impress the interviewer by giving your answers in a lengthy way. Okay, no worries. I'll take you the mock sessions. Then I'll give you the suggestions how to answer. That we will see. Maybe not in this week. Maybe in the next week we'll see. We'll see the mock sessions. See here in the back end. Whenever I have brought down my node agent, I can see the status of the node agent is stopped, and the servers and the JVMs which are running on that profile, I can see that is has started. That means if you bring down the node agent also, there won't be any impact to your profile, to your JVMs. Okay, so you have to remember this point. Okay. Any doubts up to now? See here, if I start my node agent, you can see the status. You can see the status of all four here. Okay, tomorrow's class we will create custom profile and we'll federate and we'll learn what is meant by synchronization. And even in tomorrow's class we can see how to create cell profile also. So we'll cover tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll close this profiles concept. After that we'll move on to some configurations, like how you can connect to the database and how you can deploy your applications, how you can access your application. That slowly we will see. Okay, slowly we'll move on to the administrative jobs. So what will be your daily roles and responsibilities? What you are going to do when you get a job as a middleware administration? That we'll see it. Okay, if time persists, we will see command line also. No worry. Let me show it today itself. We have still 13 more minutes, right? Okay. So this prof2 is in downstate. No worry. So if you want to create your profile using command line, we will see today how we can create profile by using command line. Profile creation using command line. So till today we are aware how to create profile by using GUI mode. That means graphical user interface mode. Okay, we are running this pmt.bat command, and you will get one wizard, and with the help of that wizard, you will do the you will select the checkboxes and you will select the options which are required. Then you will create the profile, right? But in the real time, people will not use the GUI mode to create the profile. As a middleware administrator, you should be very much familiar with the command line, and you should know the commands. What is the command to use? So why? Because when you move on to the Linux boxes, you will not get the UI where you can open and select, where you can get the wizard and where you can select the options. Everything in the Linux will be on command lines. You have to byhead this command and you have to run the command to install the profile, to install the web sphere, to create the profile, to establish the community. Everything will be done using command line only in Linux boxes. So before anyhow, we have a time today. So let me cover that also. So for that, I'll create one profile called profile 3 application server profile. I'll create with the name of applications app server 03, and we'll federate that also. Okay. So for that, I'm going to the was root bin folder. I'm going to the was root bin folder. There is a script called manage profiles.bat. Okay, there is a script called manage profiles.bat. You have to call this script and you have to pass some arguments, and we'll see what are the arguments you need to give. See, as the requirement is to create the profile, right? So that's why I'm using create an argument. I'm going to create a profile. That's why I'm using an argument called create. And on what I'm doing, I'm creating the profile, right? So that's why I'm specifying the profile name. So I need to give the profile name, right? So when you are creating in GUI mode, it is taking by defaultly. When you create profile by using command line, you can specify your you can specify your own profile name. So I'm giving as app srv03. And next argument I need to give profile path. Okay, in which path I need to create the profile. So for that, you need to give the location where you need to create. That's why I'm copying the path here. I'm pasting here. You need to give the absolute path. Okay, C drive, VAS4, IBM, WebSphere, application server. Inside profiles, you are going to create the profile, right? So you have to give the absolute path. So that means you have to give till the profile name. So that's why I'm copying and pasting the profile name here. So this is the absolute path. Next argument, I need to give the template path means template path means template path means inside was root you will have one directory called profile templates. Okay, if you want to create application server profile, you have to select the template called default. By using this template we can create the profile. Okay, see, this template will define which profile are you gonna create. This is the templates to create your profile. If you want to create application server profile, you have to select this template. You have to specify this path in the command line. So if you want to create dmgr profile, you can select this template, dmgr template. If you want to create cell profile, you can select cell template. If you want to create secure boxes, you can select this option. So in the similar lines, I'm gonna create application server profile. I'll select the template as default. I'm giving the path till default. Why default? Why? Because I'm gonna create application server profile. That's why I'm selecting the template called default. If I want to create dmgr profile, instead of default, I could have selected the path of my dmgr. In this, you can see you will have the templates to create your profile. Okay. So next, if you want to specify your node name, you can specify it as your own. If you want to specify your host name, you can specify it as your own. But as of now, I am allowing them to create the default node name, default host name. I am not going to specify the values, and this is the command you have to create. What are the values I have given? I have used a bat file called manage profile.bat script. I have used it. Then I have used an argument called create. Why? Because I'm creating the profile. Then I have used a profile name. I'm creating a profile, right? So that's why I'm assigning the name, and I'm creating the profile, correct? So that's why I'm specifying the profile path where the profile needs to be created, and I am selecting the template path. I'm using the same argument called template path where I'm specifying the template path that indicates that which profile I'm gonna create, whether I'm gonna create application server profile or DMGR profile or cell profile or secure proxy profile. You have to select that template and you have to specify the path, absolute path of that template. If you are all good, click on enter. If you click on enter, your profile will get start created. You have to wait for two minutes and we'll see. So I'll go back to the profile home. See now, see now, the folder has been created, app server 03. That means the profile creation process has been started in the backend. This got been triggered. We have to wait until the successful message. It may take another 2 minutes. Okay, now you can see my profile has been created successfully. So I got a successful message also. This is how you can create the profile by using command line. See, you got a success message. Profile app server 3 now exists. And please consult. That means saying that it is asking to read this file. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So this is how you can create the profile by using command line. So you can see the success status while going back to the VAS root, go to the logs, manage profiles. You can see the log called app server 03 create.log. Go inside that. If you go to the end of the line, you can see inst on success. That means your installation has been successfully done. Now the same command. Now the same you can federate. You can federate by using the same. You can federate by using the same command called add node.sh or add node.bat. You can use localhost and 8905 is the soap connector port number. Sorry, I have used dash slash, right? Not required. So dot slash will be used in the Linux box. Okay, add node. I'm doing the federation of my thought of my application server 3 profile to the same dmgr. See, when you create using GUI mode or when you create using command line, both are the same. There is no difference. You can create as you comfortable. You can use any method to create as your comfortness. Both are the same. No one will say that why you are creating GUI mode, why you are creating with command line. No one will question you. Everything will be the same. Okay. Any questions?
No, Gautam.
Okay. In tomorrow's class, we will create the custom profile and we'll see. We'll create a new JVM and we'll create custom profile and we'll federate it. And we'll try to cover cell profile also. See, all the time you have to remember the commands. You have to remember the commands and syntax. So that is very, very important. So in interviews also they will ask you the commands, that means syntax, and they will ask you the commands and they will ask you the navigations. You should remember the navigations also where means you can remember, for example, if if someone asks where the server index.xml file will be located, you should be in a position to say the navigations. If someone asks you to navigate me the steps how to stop your dmgr in the console, you have to say that log into the admin console, expand system administration, and there is an option called deployment manager. You can select that option. There you can see stop option to stop the dmgr. So like that way, in the similar ways, you have to remember all the navigations. If someone asks you when you are in sleep also, you should say నిద్రపోతున్నా చెప్పాలి navigations commands. No other options. You have to remember. Okay. Okay, guys, this has been federated successfully with the node 14 has been successfully federated with the dmgr. Now you can see this profile server one also in this command in this console. For that, you just log out and log in. Now you can see 3 nodes. See here, node 14 also you can see. For that, you can see the server one. Okay, guys. Any questions? Let me know. If no, all good. So we'll connect tomorrow. So an important news. Okay, from tomorrow we'll connect at 6 o'clock. Okay, 6 to 7. Okay, okay, guys. Thanks for joining.